Sleep anxiety can feel like your mind is trying to protect you. But tonight, you do not need to solve every thought to be safe. You do not need to understand everything before you rest. You do not need to fix the whole day before the night can hold you. Nothing needs to be solved tonight. Not this thought, not this worry, not this question that keeps coming back. Not tonight. Maybe your mind is searching for certainty. Maybe it is replaying something you said. Maybe it is imagining what could go wrong. Maybe it is trying to prepare you for a tomorrow that has not arrived yet. But you do not need to carry tomorrow into this moment. Tomorrow can wait outside the room. The questions can wait. The plans can wait. The version of you that wants to be ready for everything can rest too. Right now, there is no task to complete. There is no answer you need to find. There is no final thought you need to think before sleep. There is only this moment. This breath. This quiet place where nothing has to be finished. Let your forehead soften. Let the space around your eyes relax. Let your jaw release. Let your shoulders drop. Let your hands stop holding the day. You are allowed to be here without solving anything. You are allowed to rest before you feel ready. You are allowed to stop thinking before everything makes sense. Sometimes peace does not come from finding the answer. Sometimes peace begins when you stop asking the mind to answer everything. So if a thought appears, let it appear. If a worry rises, let it rise without becoming your responsibility. If a question repeats, you do not need to follow it. You can notice it softly and return to your breath. Return to the room. Return to the feeling of your body becoming heavier. There is nothing wrong with needing rest. There is nothing wrong with not having every answer. There is nothing wrong with letting the day end incomplete. The mind may still speak. That is okay. You do not need to silence it by force. You only need to stop giving every thought the center of the room. Let the thought move to the background. Let the worry become smaller. Let the night become larger than the problem. Not everything urgent is important. Not everything loud needs an answer. Not everything unfinished needs to follow you into sleep. This can wait. The fear can wait. The plan can wait. The conversation can wait. The uncertainty can wait. Not tonight. Tonight, your body is allowed to be tired. Your mind is allowed to be unfinished. Your breathing is allowed to slow down without permission. You do not need to become perfectly calm. You do not need to become perfectly peaceful. You only need to soften a little. A little less effort. A little less control. A little less attachment to every thought. Let this moment be simple. Let your body sink. Let your attention loosen. Let the night take some of the weight from you. Nothing needs to be solved tonight. Not before you rest. Not before you breathe. Not before you let yourself be still. And for the next few minutes, you do not need to follow any more words. You do not need to listen for instructions. You do not need to stay awake. Let the sound take over from here. Let your body get heavier. Let your mind drift. Not this worry. Not this thought. Not tonight.